You guys ever have one of them days? Last night my girlfriend came home from work and said, let's talk. We talked all right. We talked till 2 o'clock in the morning. Then she woke me up at 5:30 and said, let's talk some more. I said, all right, let's talk about some bacon, eggs, and biscuits. Well, I'm out here in the shop now. Don't get me wrong, I love her to death. She's a pretty girl. Here's a picture of her right here. I know what you're thinking. I'm a little too good looking for her, but no, really. The camera adds like 10 extra pounds. In real life, I look like that dude that plays Wolverine. All right. So this morning I wanted to answer some questions I've been getting. A lot of times when I'm building a jig and I want to fasten my blank into it, I screw the blank into the jig, especially for, turning. And that leaves screw holes. And I've had a few people ask me about how I take care of that, whether I fill it with wood putty or what I do. And the answer is sometimes. But most of the time, I can get the hole to close back up. And the way I do that is with steam. And as we get into more videos here in the future, we'll talk about steam bending and some other things that you can do with steam and woodworking. But I just wanted to do this quick tip about how you can use steam to close up some screw holes or to get rid of some dings in your furniture. So I typically use Kreg screws or pocket hole screws, and that leaves a little hole that looks just like that right there. Can you see that? In your wood. So I have a steamer in my shop, and this is a really inexpensive steamer I got from the store. I think I paid $20 for it. I went on some of the woodworking sites and looked for steamers. And I do that typically before I go buy my stuff somewhere else, because it makes me feel good about how much money I'm saving. This little steamer right here cost $20 or something like that a few years ago, and as compared to $150, $200 in some of the woodworking sites. And you can pick this up at any store. I mean, many other places have stuff like this. So don't go out and spend a small fortune on a steamer. You can head down to the store, get a steamer, and this works great for steam bending and doing all kinds of things. So anyway, I'll get the steam going nice and hot. And just set the steam right in front of that screw hole. Now I'm going to pause it here and come back in a few minutes. While we're waiting for that piece to dry, I thought I'd show you another trick. Let's pretend like this is a nice top, a cherry top that we're working on, and somehow you get it dinged up. Like that. You can just take a damp rag, lay a damp rag over the top of it, grab an iron, let the iron sit on it for a minute or two. This is a neat trick to know if you damage it, if you get a piece banged up. And a lot of you guys know this already, but some of you newer fellas don't. You see that? That ding is almost completely diminished. Little light sanding and that's gone. Alright, so it's almost dry enough. I've lost my patience with it. I'm not going to wait any longer. But you can see the hole is diminished quite a bit compared to what it was. It still looks a little dark around there because some of the moisture is still left in the wood. If I were to wait another half an hour, 45 minutes, it would be the same color as everything else. So anyway, that's the hole right there. That's a wormhole. That one right there is what we're going to fix. After you've steamed it and the hole's closed up quite a bit, to get rid of that last little blemish, a nice trick to know when you're woodworking is just take a dab of glue, maybe too much glue. Put it over the top of the hole, grab your sander, and I like to use a finer grit for this, like 150 or better. And that's where the screw hole was. You can still see a little ding there. After that dries, a little more glue, a little sanding, and that'll be all just about invisible. So, good trick to know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe for more quick tips and crazy videos. We'll talk to you all soon.